Good afternoon, Smithfield Raiders. These are today's announcements, and I have got someone that you would regularly see in our Cafe Gymatorium and play, or maybe at Burville High School doing some one-act plays or some choir concerts.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Well, introduce yourself.
Well, my name's Daniel Ashlock. I'm actually in the next play. You should come see it. It's May 11th,
Okay.
I think.
What's the name of it?
It's called Sitting Down the Sparrows. It's about Nazi Germany and a guy that has to live through it.
Sounds pretty heavy.
It is.
Pretty deep stuff.
Pretty heavy.
So anyway, I'm sure that's going to be a great play. So come see him May 11th. Very good. So here are today's announcements.
Registration for the Honor Corner 5K and Smile Mile is now open. Join the Smithfield Middle Raider Nation team on May 25th. We want to win largest team for a fourth year in a row. Early bird discounts in April 29th. See Mrs. Hirsch for details.
Very good. That's always a good time. Great way to support a great cause with the Honor Corner Foundation. And so do it. All right, so there will be an NJHS meeting Wednesday morning in the library at 8:10. This meeting will be for all new members that were just inducted in February. Previous members do not need to attend.
The Back to Homeless Club is holding our first annual 5K emphasis on the Point Slackathon on April 13th, 2019 at 12 p.m. The event will be held here at the Smithfield Middle School track. Money raised will be used to provide specially made backpacks to the homeless in our community. Adults are $20 to register and students are $10. Raiders can take advantage of a $3 discount with using the code SMS.
Very good. This is actually a good organization that one of our students has created. So those specially made backpacks are designed for homeless people. That gives them some essential tools that I think we probably take for granted all the time that these backpacks have, plus just some important things, bare essentials that anybody's going to need in their life. So it is a good cause. And when can you go and run and eat a donut at the same time?
Not very often.
Would not advise you to have milk during the process. That might not end very well. I've tried it before. Okay, calling all Texas Star readers. If you have been reading to earn an invitation to the author luncheon where you can meet Jason Reynolds, now is the time to check in with Mrs. Muirhead to make sure your reading record is up to date. Invitations will be going out very, very soon.
There is an LV Club meeting today in Mr. Gage's room at 4. Great way to get service hours. Everyone is welcome.
Very good. Hey, I read an article the other day, and I believe you authored
I did.
the article. Why don't you talk about that article?
Well, in my article.
Because I think, I don't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, yeah.
Let me set this up for you a little bit better. I think that every student would be interested to hear this and take a stance on it. And I'm sure every teacher feels supported with this article. So it came out, I believe, last week, right? So why don't you talk about this article?
Well, in my article, I am arguing that students at Smithfield, or really everywhere, need more homework. I know I go home every day and I do nothing, or I really don't do anything. I just sit on the couch, watch TV, play video games, talk to my parents or whatever, but there's nothing involved in my day, and it's really boring. And I know we are a really good school, but there are schools that aren't like that. And I know if you give a student more homework, they're just not going to do it. But, if it's optional, then they might do it, they might not. And I know some people have told me, some people have argued with me, that they say that not every student needs homework. And that's true, but you're still getting practice. Who doesn't need more homework?
Very good. And so when people think of homework, traditionally it's a lot of worksheets and things like that, and that's not what you're pushing for. I think you're pushing for just different ways of learning at home. Just give you some extra time, some practice. I think it's actually a pretty good idea. And the more creative the homework can be, the better.
Right.
But it actually is a good way to practice study skills. I think that's one thing that's lacking in our schools is our kids don't really know how to study.
Right.
They may look at a math worksheet that's a practice worksheet for their test the next day, and they don't know how to study for it, or study for a science exam. They just have their packet and they look at it and think, okay, I've studied. So there's a lot of different ways that you could do that. I'm not making an argument either way. I think it was a fantastic read and a great argument. I think there's always something to be said about that. So give our students something to think about, and maybe just, if anything, honestly, a different perspective on their homework. So, but you brought up a couple of points about what you might do or what you would do if you didn't have extra homework, or the fact that you've got a lot of free time. You talked about playing video games or just sitting on your phone. So we've got a video that will be after these announcements, kind of talking about that. This weekend was a beautiful weekend. We've had like 2 or 3 beautiful days where we are hitting the sweet spot in Texas weather. We don't get these very often. And so one thing I did notice, I took my kids to the park the other day, and I noticed a lot of people on their phones at the park. And so it got me to thinking, and I find myself doing the same thing. How often am I on my phone where I am missing life? And so this video kind of hopefully it'll give you some perspective on, what you're doing during your free time. Are you enjoying and living your life, or are you just kind of living life through technology? Because what you don't want to do is you don't want to miss those experiences either with your family, your friends, or just by yourself. It is okay to be by yourself and not have something in your hand entertaining you. So anyway, check out this video. Hopefully it'll give you some good perspective of what I think our teens and really adults deal with as far as so much overload in our technology and always being entertained or stimulated, where we just need to kind of, go out and just look at nature, look at life, just be with your family, have conversations, things like that. So anyway, good article. If you'd like to see it, I can definitely post that online if you would like. So give people something to read. Anything else?
I do not.
All right, you guys have a good day.